And 3, 2, 1.
Good morning.
We back.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Tennessee got that dub. Oh, wait. No.
Episode 16, $1 Million Radio. No, that'll be episode 17 when we talk about Tennessee winning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, boys, it's time.
It is.
It's time. We've been waiting all year for this. Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe the year's almost over. I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to see Tennessee in the postseason. I did not expect that to happen first year under Nico as our starter.
Yeah.
Very excited. But before we get into that, we have to reflect on this past week.
Yeah. Not a lot happened this week, but something big did happen.
Yeah, I decided to take Jacob's microphone privileges from him because, he was wrong.
I worked so hard for that stand, and I was so confident Army would win.
Yeah. No, Army favored 6.5 by the time it kicked off.
Yeah.
And Griffin even called the final score, didn't you?
Well, I said 21-17.
Oh.
So I was a little off. But
What was the final?
31-13.
31-13. So the over did hit in that game.
Yeah.
Navy came to play. Yeah. So Navy got the big win. Jacob lost his mic stand privileges. Griffin was right.
I'll get him next week.
Next year?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
see.
you can't have a mic stand for a whole year now.
Damn it.
Sorry about
okay.
it. Sorry about it.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of the Army game, but, No, I watched a little bit of the Army Navy game, but I forgot what was happening most of the time. What happened in that, Griffin? Why did Navy kick Army's ass?
Grant Horvath decided to put on a master class of a white man running the football.
Ever since Haynes King did versus Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. Wasn't there it was a lot more rushing than it was passing, it seemed like.
I mean, there was still a decent amount of passing on both sides. They've both changed up their offenses over the years a little bit, but still about 80% ground and pound for both squads.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you had early on the Army's quarter. What's his name?
I think it's crap. I literally.
I forgot his name. I'm a casual when it comes to that, but he was already cut up within the first set of downs. It seemed like,
Yeah.
I
I think they said he got his hand stepped on.
Bryson Daly.
Yeah,
Bryson.
that's what it is.
He wasn't he like 6 in the Heisman conversation?
Yeah, he was in the top 10 when they released that. Shedeur Sanders was in the top 10. We don't have to talk about this a whole lot, but Travis
I'm pissed.
Hunter.
That's all you should know.
Congrats, Travis Hunter.
Congrats, Travis Hunter.
I didn't want to say it.
Come on,
Yeah.
Congratulate. Come on.
I mean, he's a stud.
Congratulations to the Snap King.
Yeah. Yeah, there is one thing that snaps or stats don't cover, and that's when you're playing the cornerback position, you don't necessarily want to get a whole lot of stats because if you can just shut down your side of the field where they don't throw you the ball, you're not going to have a lot of stats. Did have 4 interceptions defensively, 15 total touchdowns on offense. Yeah, but I mean, it's safe to say if you put Travis Hunter on Boise State and Ashton Jeanty on Colorado's in the first round of the playoffs, or first round bye, Boise State is in some bowl game. So
At best.
I will I will die on that hill.
I
But
do
probably
agree.
ain't even going to play in the bowl game.
Yeah.
I do agree.
He did win Ashton Jeanty did win the popular vote. America wanted to see him win over Travis Hunter, but
I didn't know they did a popular vote.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. But
Should be the one that counts.
Yeah.
it said that this was the closest Heisman race since like 2009, I think. So congrats,
I think that
Travis
was-
Hunter. But
wasn't that Mark Ingram and Colt McCoy?
think so. That seems about right.
Yeah.
But congrats, Travis Hunter. He will be watching Ashton Jeanty in the college football playoffs. We'll see if he ends up playing their bowl game. Probably not.
Yeah,
Shedor's
they're playing the
probably out
Alamo
too.
Bowl.
And can I say one thing?
Sure.
Shout out to Deion Sanders for making Travis's girlfriend stand up for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's
He's a true leader.
Should
for
be
sure.
given. I just think it's hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, poor guy. Honestly, like you gotta get out of that at some point. Jeez. Because even in his last game, he caught a touchdown. They beat Oklahoma State 52-0. It was his last time to take the field at Colorado. And she was just like,
not having it.
Yeah, she was like mad at him about something. And he was over there trying to kiss her and hug her like, hey, let's celebrate. And she was just not having it. So Travis Hunter got to get out of that. I don't know.
Or she do. I don't know.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something doesn't add up. But this is a sports podcast, not a Dr. Phil relationship
Griffin.
podcast.
Hey.
So,
I'm just kidding. No, congrats, man. Ashton Genty, he's going to put on a show, I think.
yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Also looking forward to this weekend. 4 games on the slate Friday night, and 1 on Friday night, then 3 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Tennessee gets the primetime game. Plus 7.5. Ohio State is the favorite. Minus 7.5 in the Horseshoe Saturday night. Over under 46.5.
But that's because they're at home, right? Don't you say most of the time sports books put
See,
about
I
a
feel
touchdown
like it's gonna
favorite?
drop to like 4.5 by Saturday.
Well, it hadn't moved since it opened. What was that, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so minus 7.5 Ohio State, Tennessee on the money line plus 220. How are we feeling, boys? How
I
are we
feel
feeling?
good. I feel
I do
good.
feel good.
I think all the pressure's on Ohio State.
Oh yeah.
We have no pressure going in. We're here.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun. We're going to kick some ass. Ohio State's still, all their testosterone's gone ever since they lost to Michigan,
Yeah.
So I do think that we have the advantage, the mental edge at least, So that's my opinion. What do you think, Griffin?
I feel like it's setting up to be probably the best game of the weekend. So,
Oh, yeah.
Maybe of the year.
So
If it's a gunslinging contest.
I don't think it will be. It looks like the forecast in Columbus, Ohio, Saturday night, 29 degrees with snow showers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a running game.
And
better get bundled up.
But that's good for us.
Yeah, I was about
Ohio
to say.
State's not a running team.
I was
That's why they
about to
lost to
say.
Michigan.
I mean,
Well,
they
you'd
got
think with Quinshon Judkins and the other guy they've got in the backfield that they'd run the ball 40 times a game, but
yeah,
Mm-mm.
especially
I don't
with
know
their
why they don't.
quarterback.
You saw what they tried to do. They tried to do that with Michigan,
Yeah.
and Michigan was like, "No, that's our game,"
yeah,
and they brought them down to their level.
And Michigan obviously had a big fall off this year from winning the Natty last year, but their defense has been the best part of their team all year.
The
And-
D-line too, especially.
Yeah, so Ohio State was not able to move the ball on them, which makes me feel good being a Tennessee fan. The snow and the cold coming in Saturday night. Hopefully it snows. That'd be cool to see. But you would think that would limit their opportunities on the perimeter. Tennessee's secondary is pretty good, not the best part of the defense either. But if it does turn into a ground and pound football game, I love our chances,
Yeah.
especially plus 7.5.
yeah,
That's a lot of points.
yeah. I
It
definitely
might end up being a field goal game or something.
I definitely agree, and I just feel like our defense is pretty elite to where we can stop their run game. That's the
Yeah.
main thing I take away from it. We have Jamal McCoy in the backfield. But
the Great White, Will Brooks,
we have them to back us up if Ohio State even wants to pass.
and Andre Turrentine, who is a former Ohio State Buckeye, going back to the Horseshoe, playing in Columbus. I don't think Tennessee is going to be phased going into this game.
No.
Like you said, we don't have the pressure on us like Ohio State does, and I think we're going to come out ready to play. Again, we'll see how Nico does, but he seems to be improving here at the end of the season, week by
a lot
week.
of momentum
Yeah, we got a lot of momentum.
and a lot of inertia. Just keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being off for 2 weeks does kind of worry me a little bit, but Ohio State has also been off for 2 weeks. Their last game was the Michigan game. Our last game was
I feel like
Vanderbilt.
It's going to be a sluggy first half.
Yeah. And the over-under is not a lot of points, like I said. What
because
was
of the
it?
weather. I bet.
46.5,
Yeah.
maybe?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 23-20 game or
Yeah.
something like that. Like you
Yeah.
said, a field goal difference.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably what I'd predict. About 23-20.
Y'all think we pull it out?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
we don't. I can't.
I'm going to say 27-20 though.
27-20
I like that.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What do you think?
Dante Thornton might gash them on the perimeter, dude. those long bombs from Nico to Dante Thornton have been hitting the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Brew McCoy, Squirrel White should be healthy to play. We did need these 2 weeks off, even if we do come out
To
sluggish.
heal.
We had many injuries, so
I think also our run game's definitely going to open up the pass, especially later down in the game, because we're going to run it. We're going to get yards out of it.
we're gonna get yards, and whenever that happens, they're gonna have to bring
They're going to have to respect Dylan
8
Sampson.
people in the box.
Yeah.
So
They're going to have to respect him.
yeah,
If they don't respect him, we'll beat them that way.
yeah. So I like our chances.
What's your score prediction?
My score prediction would be Tennessee to beat Ohio State 105-0.
I wish. In my dream, my fantasy.
No, I say it'd probably be in the mid-20s. If whoever can break 30 is going to win this game.
Cool.
I would say Tennessee may be able to break 30. It may be more like a 24-20 type of game. The under might hit, but also, there could be 20 points in the first half in general for one team. So I don't know. It's interesting. I am going to be here in town for that, and I had something come up at home this weekend, but I was like, I need to be here to feel the energy of Knoxville, Tennessee on that Saturday. It's going to be amazing.
Which
I
I
can't wait.
know you gave me flack for it. Or was that you, Jacob, about me having a show that night?
Oh yeah,
That was you, Skylar.
me.
I agree,
if
though.
y'all want to go see Weeping Cosmonaut, 8 o'clock Saturday night. Where's it at?
The Blom Shop.
The Blom Shop on Kingston Pike in Knoxville.
That where's that? Kingston Pike? They have two different locations, right?
Yeah, it's the one on Kingston Pike, not Broadway.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one right down there, the city. Right
And they should have TVs, right?
Should.
You
God,
would
I hope so.
Griffin's gonna have meth streams pulled up on his phone, just at the bottom of the stage.
That's great. Yeah, from
He's
where
gonna
the
have to sit
monitors
on the phone
at.
stand.
Yeah. Okay.
So that will be 8 o'clock Saturday night. Were you about to say something?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say with the night before we have 2 Friday games.
One game Friday night and then 3 on Saturday.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at like Tulane in Florida. All those non-important bowl games happening that same night. But
Well, shoot, there probably are some bowl games this week then.
Yeah, we got a few this week, just like one a day.
But on Friday, Indiana is going into Notre Dame, and honestly, I think Indiana could do it.
The state championship in the state of Indiana.
I think it could happen. I think Indiana can pull it off. I'm not saying they will.
Yeah.
I think they will.
Notre Dame minus 7.5 at home.
I think they're going to do it by a field goal, guys.
That
I know.
51.5. So I would think it'd be really cold. I will take Notre Dame. 7.5 is a lot of points. I may just take the under 51.5.
Notre Dame lost to NIU, guys.
Yeah. That was week 2. But
They're not blowing out Indiana.
yeah.
See, I feel like it's going to be like 45-40, something like that.
You think it's going to be a shootout?
Jeez.
Gosh.
I think Notre Dame's defense might be too good for Indiana. And it could be more like a 30
Army-Navy game, almost.
31-10 type of game. Or that was the score of Ohio State, right? So
Yeah.
I would say Indiana might break 20 points. Notre Dame would probably get to 30. Makes me want to take Notre Dame minus 7.5, but I don't like Notre Dame, so I'm probably not going to do that. But you're not supposed to bet with your heart when you do sports betting.
Yeah,
So
that's probably why I'm struggling lately.
yeah. And then
So wait, who do you think, Griffin? Who do you think's going to win?
I think it'll be Indiana in a close one.
You
Really?
think Indiana's going to win? So we both, the majority of the pod, think that Indiana's going to pull it
I'm
off.
with you this week,
67%.
Jacob.
Hopefully, I can get my mic stand back next week.
So I guess if Indiana wins, I'll give you my mic stand and
Set up.
I'll be standless. And then on Saturday, it's a big day. 3 games at noon. We'll see SMU at Penn State. Another team traveling to the cold.
I could see SMU doing something. Ever since that fourth quarter of the ACC championship.
Penn State minus 8.5, over under 53.5. The over looks good, but what looks even better, SMU plus 8.5.
You think they cover?
I think they cover. They might win.
I hope they win.
With it being a day game, I trust SMU a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Penn State's environment, it's such a good home field.
And it worries me to see what Clemson did to SMU in the ACC championship game 2 weeks ago. But they also did come back and almost win that game. So if they come out looking like they did in that second half, they've got a great shot. James Franklin, I'm going to fade him until Penn State wins the Natty. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I'll take SMU plus 8.5. What about y'all?
I agree. That's it.
I'm going to say it's going to be really close, but give me SMU to cover.
SMU to cover? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Now, if
Penn
you're
State
listening,
won,
that means bet on Penn State to win.
Yeah.
If all of us are thinking SMU's going to win,
Yeah.
Penn State's going to pull it out.
It wouldn't surprise me if
they're at home too.
Yeah,
so.
if Penn State won, but 8.5's a lot. They are a pretty good team, but they're not playing Oregon this week. They're not playing Ohio State. So
and it's the playoffs. Each matchup is going to get closer and closer, so it's going to be really hard to differentiate which one is the for sure going to win. It's not like it's Tennessee versus UTEP, you know?
Yeah, it's very true.
It's literally a pick 'em. But if you go with Penn State, I don't blame you because their home environment. I mean,
then if Penn State does win that game, they got the Boise State Broncos, Ashton Genty.
We're ready for whoever they throw at us.
Yeah.
I think that
Glendale, Arizona.
Do you think that they pissed Genty off?
Oh, they pissed the whole state of Idaho off, man.
I'm sure they pissed Boise State's team off too.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's what you want.
I know it's bad when my mom's brother-in-law that lives out there texts me complaining about it. Like
he doesn't lose his cool, but
he don't. He's a firefighter, bro.
Yeah.
He don't lose his cool.
Yeah. Well, so after that, at 4:00 on Saturday, Clemson is playing Texas. And this is a home game for Texas.
In Austin, minus 11.5 for the Longhorns, over under 51.5. Now, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points, especially with a coach like Dabo Swinney, who's been in these games before, won a national championship, or 2, right? They win 2?
I think they've got 3.
Wasn't it
3?
At least, I think it was at least 2.
Deshaun Watson
one with Deshaun,
and
one with
Trevor
Lawrence.
Yeah.
It was like back and forth. Them and Alabama alternated.
Yeah.
I honestly, I see this game. I was watching Andy and Ari earlier, and I agree with what they were saying. They were saying it's either going to be like a Texas blowout or a very narrow Clemson win, you know? And I could see that. I could see Clemson winning because of Dabo's experience, being.
That's what I was going to say. I kind of trust Clemson a little bit more
with their history, what they have done,
Yeah.
Sarkisian, I mean, he was kind of in the situation last year. Wasn't he in the football playoff last year?
They lost to Washington. 10
in a close
1,
one.
Or 11-1 Texas team went in. And Washington, I thought, was going to win the Natty last year. At least that's what I was hoping.
Me too.
But Michigan was a little too good on the ground for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Texas minus 11.5.
I don't
a lot of points.
I don't think they cover 11.5.
I'll take Clemson, especially if it's Quinn Ewers all game. If for whatever reason Arch Manning comes in, I'd be a little worried.
I saw this thing. Apparently, Ewers has another year eligibility left.
Yeah, and he's probably going to transfer out, go somewhere else.
They're kind of 50-50 with it at the moment.
Think so?
Yeah.
I bet it's time. I bet it's Arch time in Texas next year, and Quinn Ewers goes somewhere else, unless he goes to the draft. But I don't think he's.
Well, if he wins the Natty, then I'd.
Jacob.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying.
Come on,
your stock would increase exponentially.
Oh yeah, I mean it would.
It
would. And there's no reason to come back if you already won a Natty.
Yeah,
might as well.
So we should wait until that happens to assess that.
Now imagine Quinn Ewers comes out, looks god awful, and they lose this game.
Imagine Quinn transfers to Tennessee and takes Nico's starting spot.
Come on, dude.
Don't even.
You were just full of hot takes today, Jacob.
No, I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm saying that's like a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, no, I doubt that happens. But it'll be interesting because, like we said, Clemson somehow made it to the ACC championship this year. Won it.
Alabama out too.
Yeah, so I was happy about that.
Me
for
too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Me too.
But Clemson has found their way in this position. There are no bad teams when you get to this point. Like, you got to be doing something right to be in the playoffs. They won the conference championship, beat SMU.
Avoided a comeback too.
Yeah.
I mean, what they kick a 56-yarder, 53-yarder?
Something like that.
It was, I mean, just to end a game like that, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I'll take Clemson plus 11.5. The over-under 51.5. I have no clue. It'll probably hit.
I'd say give me the under.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what we got to look forward to. Did you give your pick, Griffin?
See, I think it's going to be Clemson and a nail biter.
You think Clemson's winning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I could see that.
I feel like they're going to start Ewers, and it's going to be a disaster from the start.
Unless we get the Texas team that came out versus Florida. Now, when they came out versus Florida, they put a whooping on them. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened too. That's what I'm saying. If it's a Texas blowout, they just completely shut down everything about Clemson.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. But if Clemson wins, it'll be a close one.
A lot to look forward to this weekend. Also, I will be going. We're going right to the Tennessee game tomorrow night. It is at home, Western Carolina. I say all that to say this.
I'll be busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say all that to say this. Number one in the country, we had the target on our back at Illinois Saturday night. And
that environment was ruckus.
It was wild. Illinois is a good team.
Yeah.
Illinois
They're 7-3 now, I think.
Yeah. And they were in I think ranked number 19, 20,
I didn't see a ranking on them.
Yeah.
But.
No, they were in the top 20 for sure. But yeah, we had Chaz Lanier foul out. Zakai Ziegler fouled out at the end.
I think that fifth foul on Z
was
a little questionable.
Oh, for sure. But
Chaz's was too.
Because it was just
we were without our best two players on the floor.
Or at least our best offensive player and then our best defensive player.
So and Z, the way he facilitates the ball on offense too, can't be looked over.
I was kind of let down. He missed. I mean, I'm not. Look, we won, but you'd think he's senior. He gets fouled at the end. You think he's gonna hit those free throws to ice the game.
But like we said, that environment was pretty crazy.
That is, yeah.
But
and we still won.
Yeah.
Made all those mistakes. Milicic missed 8 3-pointers.
0 of 8.
I mean, literally, and Chaz fouls out, like you said.
Yeah.
Ziegler fouls out.
And we still found a way to win. Jordan Gainey went. I was screaming at the TV in the restaurant. I was like, Rick, Coach Barnes, call a timeout. What are we doing? We got 2 timeouts.
I liked the call, though.
No, I mean, I was eating my words, you know? I was like, I went from no to yes.
It seemed like the last few minutes it was Gainey's game altogether. I mean, he was hitting. He had like at least one corner 3. I saw a 3 on the wing, and then obviously he had the game winner. Yeah. It just seemed like every time we needed him to get a bucket,
he was there.
He was there. You know,
Very true.
I've been saying it. He's clutch. I don't know if I saw on the pod, but I've been telling people Jordan Gainey.
Yeah,
he's clutch. I'm not trying to be like, okay, that's very LeBron-esque of me to be like, hey, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah,
but I've liked Gainey. He's always been a sharpshooter, especially since last year.
He's very physical. He's very athletic.
He's consistent
and consistent. Yes. Yeah. And having his dad on the team, I'm sure helps. Or as a coach, but
he seems like a killer too.
But with us winning this game, we defeated Miami last week, and then we defeated Illinois on Saturday night. Those were our 2 tests before we get into conference
Miami
play.
Wasn't that big of a test.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But playing in New York, I was a little worried. But so yeah, we had those 2 games this week, and now we've got Western Carolina and Norfolk State to close out the year, the calendar year, before we start SEC play and welcome in John Calipari in Arkansas.
My favorite used car salesman.
So yeah, a lot to look forward to as a Tennessee basketball fan. We're going to be number 1 for quite a few weeks now, at least to the new year.
It already came out to the poll this week.
Yeah. So that's undefeated. Lady Vols are undefeated. Did y'all see that, by the way?
I think
33.
My parents went in person. I didn't see it live, but it was cool. 30. I mean, that's more than the NBA.
Yeah, that set a basketball record, like basketball in general. I did see something that said Colgate had a game where they shot 33s in Division 2 or 3 or whatever that is, basketball. I guess they weren't taken into the stats of the NCAA portion, but
Like the D1.
I think that was in 2019 or something like that.
Okay.
So they've done that a few years ago, but 139-59 was the final score against, what was it, South Carolina Upstate or something?
I don't know
I think it
who.
was South Carolina Central. Or
Central?
something like
That
that.
sounds right.
One of those teams.
That sounds
But-
right. Yeah.
But yeah, Lady Vols
Is it
looking
Kim
good.
Caldwell?
Yeah.
80-point
She's
dub.
awesome.
Yeah, you can't be wrong. You can't be mad at an 80-point dub. So
She's developed a good culture there too on the women's side of it.
all while being pregnant.
Yeah. Well, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
NFL baby, week 15.
Shout out to the Packers. Got the dub at the 12th man last night in Seattle. I guess I could show I don't know if I can show the back of the back of the hoodies where it's at, but yeah, great win last night in Seattle. Bengals got a win in Nashville.
Very frustrating.
Very
man.
ugly game,
Golly.
but 10 turnovers, 26 penalties combined between Cincinnati and Tennessee.
It was awful to watch.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a lineman? Didn't he get the ball
Oh
at
yeah.
some point?
Devondre
Someone said
Sweat.
it was Derek Hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean, big dude ran like 40 yards.
yeah.
He stiff armed
golly.
somebody, and then
Yeah.
the only guy on the field that's bigger than him pushed him to the ground. So
Didn't tackle him. Just probably just
yeah, and it looked like the ground probably shook when he hit the ground.
yeah.
But
The
yeah,
Bengals
Bengals-
did leave.
Are they still in the playoff
We
hunt?
Lost a touchdown. Should have won by 14.
yeah,
But Bengals are still a playoff. Are they? They're not eliminated.
We're not eliminated, but we have to have, I believe it's Denver and LA, the Chargers lose.
And y'all
the rest
gotta
of their
win
games.
out.
Yeah, and we got
which
to win out.
boys, we only got 3 games left, 3
Yeah.
weeks here in the NFL season.
Yeah.
But yeah, also
Ravens-
Will Levis had another moment. Another Will.
Oh,
Levis
he's
moment.
on the ground laying.
Well, he threw a pick 6 and.
He threw like 5 picks yesterday. It was
But
insane.
he was trying to chase down the guy and who intercepted it, and like right at the goal line inside the 5, just got walloped by somebody blocking him.
Yeah.
It was bad.
He's
But
been a meme generator this year.
Dude,
I
I
really
mean-
enjoyed it.
maybe he's like a Peyton Manning player where his first year or 2 he's throwing all these interceptions and stuff, and then wins Super Bowls.
He'll
But,
understand it.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, after that, you had the Chiefs beating the Browns. I was hoping that'd be a little more close than what
Yeah.
it was.
And Patrick Mahomes did go down with an injury.
Didn't
I don't think he
take a
returned.
nasty ass hit?
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
Yeah, it looked
Got
disgusting.
folded up, but
But then you had Washington also beating the Saints. You see that Alvin Kamara one-handed catch?
yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was awesome. Ball for life, baby. And
That was
then,
a double pass, right?
thrown from former Boise State Broncos
Yeah.
Cedric Wilson.
yeah. I forgot you sent that.
Boise State to Tennessee connection.
Yep. And then after that, Texans beat the Dolphins. Is the Dolphins season over pretty much?
Yes.
I did see one of their, I can't remember who it was, but one of their receivers like had to
Oh,
be
Grant
cut out of his
DuBose.
uniform.
He was a former Packer, played with Green Bay
Yeah.
for a couple years. Last update I heard, he was in stable condition at the hospital. I think it was it a head injury? Did they finally say that? Yeah. Couldn't decide or couldn't tell
sucks.
if it was head or like a
Yeah.
DeMar Hamlin situation, but hopefully he's okay, stable condition. But yeah, it was a nasty hit.
Yeah, and Ravens beat the hell out of the Giants with his name's DeVito. He's
Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlets.
yeah.
She also left
Did you really?
left early with a concussion.
I turned it off because at that point it was 14-0 when I turned it off. I did not see Lamar's pants almost fall down. Very disappointed. I missed that, but I did see him stiff arm someone out of bounds, which I really enjoyed. Ravens are still in the wild card, looking like. Jets, doesn't matter what they do, they're eliminated.
Yeah.
14th year in a row.
Poor Isaiah, man.
Yeah. I mean, literally every other sports organization in North America has made the playoffs at least once. And these guys, they haven't. So that's worse than the Browns. And I never thought it would be worse than the Browns.
Yeah. Looking forward to this week. We've got Thursday night football, Broncos at the Chargers, LA -3.5. Might take the Broncos in that one.
LA's game to end in a tie.
Yeah. And then the Texans are at the Chiefs, Houston -2.5 as the favorites in Kansas City. I'm guessing that line means that Patrick Mahomes not playing, or maybe if he does play, he's not going to be 100%.
He doesn't need to play.
I agree.
I mean,
I don't think there's any reason
I don't
to.
even know. What is it? Carson Wentz is their backup?
Yeah, Carson Wentz. So
yeah, any game he's starting, I'm not taking him.
But this is that Chiefs voodoo magic that we're gonna try to bet against. Like we're gonna be the suckers at the end of it.
Yep.
Give me Kansas City +2.5.
Yeah.
Hate to do it.
And then you got Steelers at the Ravens. Now, last time that they met, the Steelers actually won. It was a pretty close game.
Yeah.
As well, but
that was the field goal game.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Justin
just
Tucker missed 2 of them, and Chris Boswell was 6 of 6. They won 18-15.
Yeah, I mean Justin Tucker, he's having a down year. Seems like, but when you're a kicker, you can't really afford that unless you're like him and you've built up the resume. He has, but I think Ravens get the win at home for that one.
Joe Burrow versus Jameis Winston in Cincinnati as the Bengals are -7 favorites.
Bengals are going to win
the
out.
Bengals.
They're going to win out.
They better.
They have to.
Yeah,
well, I still feel like this is what I want, but even if we went out, I still want Zach Taylor gone.
Yeah, you're kind of like an Ohio State fan. You want Tennessee to beat Ohio State so Ryan Day can get fired.
Yeah.
You want Zach Taylor to get fired at all costs.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Just after that little exchange on the sideline yesterday, I feel like Joe's done.
Oh, I just realized the Chiefs and Texans and the Steelers Ravens games are on Saturday.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot about that.
So the Bengals will be at noon or 1 o'clock on Sunday, and then also
really fighting the NCAA for views.
Yeah, that's
they're gonna really do that.
That's
I don't know. I'm gonna try to have both on the same time. I have meth streams and then crack streams.
Yeah. And also on Sunday, the Eagles are at the Commanders, Philadelphia -3.5 point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ride them while they're hot. Pause. Give me the Eagles -3.5. Okay. I said what I said.
Vikings also clinched a playoff spot, didn't they? Or did they clinch their division? I think
no, because
Detroit's only got 2 losses now.
They both got 2 losses.
Yeah. Well,
I think the Vikings may have clinched a playoff spot, but they play tonight. They haven't played this week.
No, it was because of a loss last night. There was a loss yesterday.
Oh, probably the Seahawks then. Yeah. The Seahawks are now out of the playoff picture. They're back in the hunt. The Rams took the number 1 spot. Same record, better division record, and they also had the head-to-head over Seattle. So Seattle, big loss last night for the Seahawks, but
I about forgot. The Lions, they got their second loss of the season last night.
That was a crazy game. The train goes by.
That was a really good game, especially because Dan Campbell with like 11 minutes left goes with an onside kick, which immediately backfires and turns on like an immediate touchdown.
Matt Collins took it down the sideline
to the goal line. It seemed like so. I do. His aggressiveness is what has gotten them there. So you can't really.
You can't give them flack for it
because they wouldn't be in that good position. But I think that was a little early to kick that. I think you should probably show a little more faith, kick it down there, and get them to hold a stop.
Yeah.
At the end, they almost had gotten the onside kick at the very end. Did you see that? They were fighting for it, but it turns out the Bills had gotten it. So if you're Detroit, I don't think you're as pressed about that loss.
No, I wouldn't be. They've only got 2 losses on the season.
You're dealing with injuries too. That's the big thing. Detroit has they're the most injured team.
Now they got a cupcake game this week at the Bears, -7 point favorites with Detroit. Like you said though, very injured. 70% of the money and the bet, 77% of the money, 87% of the bets are on Detroit to cover 7 points.
I just hope their injuries.
I want to take the Bears.
I just hope that their injuries don't affect their postseason run.
I hope they do.
I want to see a Detroit in a Bills Super Bowl.
I don't.
You want to see you want to see Jordan Love.
Yeah, you
Super
want
Bowl.
to see Bills Packers.
You want to see Jordan Love.
That was my preseason pick too. Bills and Packers.
That's what it could be, but I don't know. I mean, Detroit is what's the record against the Packers this year?
2-0. 2-0.
Not bad.
I mean, it's all good. They had the refs on their side both times.
That sounds about right. They also had the most points on their side. And
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to look at it. Not a whole lot else going on other than Green Bay's Monday Night Football game next week.
Christmas game.
That
right?
will.
Is that the week after?
That's the week after.
Yeah.
Just barely because it's Wednesday.
Yeah. What? 2 games on Christmas Day, both on Netflix. Boys, we saw what happened last time Netflix had a live stream.
Yeah, we ain't rocking with that.
Jeez, the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
I'm still mad about that.
What was funny though is I was trying to watch on Netflix, it wouldn't work, so I pulled up Stream East and was watching, and whoever was streaming that was streaming it from Netflix, so their stream was messing up too. Like it was bad, but
maybe they've learned. Hopefully, they understand it now.
Yeah, I didn't have much issue till like after the first 2 fights were done.
Yeah,
and then it was just
because everybody's tuning in.
Way, yeah.
But the Saints play at the Packers Monday Night Football next week. Minus 13.5 point favorites is Green Bay. I don't remember last time I saw that. 90% of the money, 74% of the bets are on Green Bay to cover by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, I think Green Bay is definitely going to win. I mean, Jordan Love during Toyotathon.
Oh yeah,
is just a different animal.
Yeah, let me see if I can. I saw.
Was he 28
right
TDs with no interceptions?
Jordan
3
Love's
interceptions?
career numbers, not during Toyotathon: 3,829 yards, 29 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. During Toyotathon, 3,283 yards, 26 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Just a different animal. I bet you're wishing Toyotathon was.
That's black magic right there.
Yeah, imagine Toyota does like a deal with them and they extend Toyotathon through the whole NFL season.
It's literally all year.
Well, it's going to be a dynasty at that point.
Yeah. So I like our chances in that. Any other games that stick out to y'all? Anything else you want to talk about?
Ohio State hate week. That's the one thing you got.
Ohio State fans are the only ones that need help spelling Ohio with their OHIO chant.
I didn't know that.
They go like one half of the stadium goes OH, the other one goes IO.
Apparently they're taking a bus up there. A bunch of UT fans are taking a bus.
Yeah, I've seen. I've
seen a bunch of.
I don't know
like,
how
podcasts
accurate.
being like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, the AD came out and was like, "Stop selling your tickets to Tennessee fans."
Yeah,
that was real.
The shoe.
Yeah. So I don't know, like if that's being overblown, blown out of proportion. We'll see. But if there was any team that's playing this weekend, any away team that would be able to infiltrate a stadium, it would be Tennessee.
We're close too. We're not. It's not like it's like a 6-hour drive.
Yeah. It's not far.
No, we travel well too. We travel way.
There are Tennessee fans everywhere.
Yeah,
honestly.
we travel in way worse conditions and circumstances.
Yeah,
and you best believe that we're going to travel for a playoff game.
And imagine like we beat Ohio State, we get to go to LA, the Rose Bowl.
Wow,
or is that Pasadena? Same thing.
It's all California. Same thing.
California's all the same. No, but yeah. So a lot to look forward to this week, boys. Do we have a $1 million radio song of the week? Because I'm going to be honest, I do not yet, but I will find one.
Griffin, you can go.
Mine's going to be Where the River Flows by...
I hate you. No. By Collective Soul.
Collective Soul.
Come on.
Yeah,
come on. I knew your pick better.
Yeah.
I knew your pick better than you. Okay, mine is... that's a good song, by the way. That riff's cool. Mine's BFG Division from the Doom soundtrack. It is by Mick Gordon. Y'all know Doom. I don't play the game.
No,
it's a video game. I think it's like about it. You can ask Michael all about it. It's like this dude is a demon slayer and just killing a bunch of Hell's Angels.
Nice.
But
sounds riveting.
It's a good album.
It's a hoot.
You need to listen to it. It's instrumental too.
I'm gonna go with my song, kind of a curveball from my selections so far in the pod. Kanye West, Party Next Door, Ghost Town.
Good song.
It's a very good song. I appreciate it.
I haven't listened to it in a while, but
yeah, album.
It's the bipolar one.
That's every single one.
No. Oh, sorry. Oh, copyright. I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
Okay. I'll check it out.
So let me make sure that. Oh no, it's called Yay. Okay. Imagine that.
So yay.
2018. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that'll do it, boys. Keeping it short, sweet, and to the point this week here on $1 Million Radio as we get ready for the college football playoffs. Waited all year for this. It's finally here. Tennessee on the road to Ohio State. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But that'll do it. Episode 16, $1 Million Radio. And as always, thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time. Come on, dude. All right, that'll do it. Woo woo.